Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Not gonna lie, was not expecting to double upload today. Happy Easter first and foremost if you celebrate, but was expecting to, just take the afternoon off, chill. But then I got the noti on my phone from this Charlie Intel tweet here talking about a new response for Verdansk. It's been said time and time again, Verdansk is probably not coming back to Warzone. There's technical limitations. There's other problems with it. Caldera is their focus. There's been a million responses. This one, though, is a little bit different. As we dive into it today, if you enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you'll find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe with those noties turned on. So as you can see, this tweet from Charlie Intel says an Activision employee claimed that Verdansk might return on certain platforms. First very important part of this, next year, as in 2023. It also said Warzone 2 will have a new big map. So pretty important stuff off this first little tidbit here, right? It's not clear what platforms he meant for Verdansk or how accurate that info is at this point. Now, the person who said this is Alex Summers. He does work at Activision. I went ahead and checked on his LinkedIn and whatnot. It does appear that Alex Summers, who was in this clip that unfortunately was deleted by Density. I'm not sure why the tweet was deleted. I think he was told to remove it for some reason. For context here, this clip is coming from a Legion Farm Warzone and like Apex tournament apparently, and they had like an interview, and Alex from Activision was Jake from State Farm, Alex from Activision. He was on here talking about the game. A little bit of ranked talk was in play there. Obviously this talk here with apparently Verdansk returning on certain platforms. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because everyone is reading this already, and I see it on my timeline, I see it in the replies, freaking out that, oh, Verdansk is confirmed to come back now. Verdansk is going to happen with Warzone 2. We got to slow down a little bit here because there is actually already information out there that we can now tether this to and tie this to and connect this to that makes a lot more sense. Spoiler alert up front, I do not believe Verdansk is going to be coming back in any capacity to Warzone on console. Maybe in Warzone 2, we could see it as like an alternative map at some point. But even then, I consider that unlikely. Now, this article from Activision from a little bit ago on March 10th is the first big indicator here that when they say Verdansk is coming back, it's likely not to the Warzone as we know it. It is likely to Call of Duty Mobile. We can see here, this is a whole article about Warzone coming to mobile, and this main image here is very telling. If I go ahead and I full screen this image, you guys can see as we look into the map here, this is Verdansk in the back, but it's not the Verdansk that we know about. It is a reimagined sort of alternative version of Verdansk that's likely not obviously canon to the Verdansk that we know, just because clearly this is different. But we can see we have one of those two-story houses here on top of this hill that has like the little upstairs rooms that players like to sit claymores and betties on top of the stairs there. We have a police station over here. We've got the garages. We got another two-story. We have this little shack here that's all over Verdansk. This is a Verdansk map, but this is also being teased in COD Mobile right now, actually. This image here has been going around Twitter, and this little overview of the minimap here is from Call of Duty Mobile Clan Wars, I think it is. And obviously we have our image here from that COD Mobile blog post, and this lines up perfectly. We have the police station here, in a little loop around, which is clearly what's there, mountains in the background. We can see there's a longer two-story house over here, which is exactly what we see here at the top of the road. We also have a house across the road up here, which is what we're seeing here. We see two of these little icons. Obviously it's blurry here, unfortunately, but we see two icons here, same shape. That's a little two-story house. That's a little two-story house with a shack there and whatnot. So like clearly this is lining up to be one-to-one. What we're seeing in this image is what is being displayed here on the COD Mobile Clan Wars teasers. So when they say Verdansk is coming back, unfortunately, the asterisk here is that it's likely coming back to mobile, and it's not going to be coming back to Warzone. Now, that's not to say come Warzone 2, they don't give last-gen players on Warzone 1 Verdansk back, because that'll be, a less populated area, and maybe they just want to have it there for the nostalgia purposes. That's not to say in Warzone 2, once they drop that big new map, which by the way, if we go back to this tweet from Charlie Intel, this is a confirmation that there will be a new big map for Warzone 2 that we've talked a bit about before, supposedly being comprised of various elements of old MW2 maps and whatnot, favela, terminal, so on and so forth. It's not to say that when that happens, maybe they do throw in Verdansk as an alternative map. Obviously, Warzone 2 is going to be much more next-gen capable or current-gen capable, so alternating maps like we see in PUBG or with Apex is not impossible. But this teaser here that I currently, even now, still see my timeline freaking out about, it's very, very unlikely that this is referencing Verdansk returning to the Warzone that we know now. And most likely, going off the blog post, going off the clear hints that Verdansk is coming to mobile, that this is referencing that update where Verdansk is coming to certain platforms, mobile Call of Duty. It is plural though. For what it's worth, it is plural, certain platforms. So maybe that's just somebody, you know, misspeaking. Maybe that is intentional. Only time is going to tell, but just real quick for today, as it stands right now, I would not get your hopes up. Verdansk is coming back, but it's not going to come back in the way that I think anyone expects it to. So yeah, just a quick little second video today. Wanted to ideally get out ahead of this because, like I said, everyone's sort of freaking out that this is some big confirmation. I would love for it to be, but based off of all the indications and all the information that we have right now, it does not seem like this is what everyone wants it to be, right? Obviously, this is said for next year. We know that COD Mobile is still in development, probably is going to launch next year. Warzone 2 is next year. There are some certain windows of opportunity for that to potentially return at some point in time. But based off today, it doesn't look like it's going to be coming back anytime soon. We've heard Raven's responses in recent interviews about there being technical limitations, about their focus being solely on Caldera right now. So unfortunately, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but being a news channel, sometimes that is the case. That's going to wrap things up for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, even though it's probably not the news we wanted to hear. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.